何？殺し損ねただと？君らしくない失態だな。
申し訳ありません。
さすがの君でも情で手元が狂ったというのか。まあいい。木戸とかいうチンピラが一人生きていたとこで大した問題じゃない。上野清和会も桐生一馬が潰してくれた。だが問題は金の方だよ。
金？
そうだ。こうしてファイルは無事取り戻した。だがどうして君はあの現場から1000億を持ち帰らなかったんだ？やろうと思えば持ち帰れたはずだ。警察の手を使えばすぐに押収できた。だが君はそれをしなかった。
副総監のご指示にありませんでしたので。
You didn't tell me to get the $100 billion. How would I have known to go get that $100 billion?
いいか？君はこれから私と手を組んで裏社会を取り仕切る人間なんだ。
Listen to me.
そんな人間が
I am not
出所不明の
asking
1000億
for
と
a
いう金を目の前
retard
に
to control the
手ぶらで
underworld.
帰ってくるようでは話にならん。もっと起点を聞かせてくれ。理想のためには
In
ま
what
だまだ
universe
金
would
がかか
I
る。
not want you to get all that
それ
money?
ぐらい君も分かっているだろう。
Sorry to interrupt, but he's right. I'm with Munakata
分
here.
かればいい。
Arai's a little slow on the uptake, you know? Sometimes you gotta be like, hey,
今その現金はど
there's
こにある？
thousands of pounds of money. I should go
桐
get
生
that.
一馬、それにその協力者のもとにあると。
そうか。
Well, time to kill them.
1000億は君に責任を持って奪ってきてもらうよ。
どうやって？
取引するんだ。
Oh, I love negotiations.
人間誰しも弱みというものはあるものだ。
Oh,
沖縄に
great.
行ってこの子供たちを連れてきなさい。そうすればあの桐生という男は取引に応じるはずだ。返事がないよ、新井君。まさか私の命令が聞けないわけではあるまい。
はい。
万が一高速に手間取るようならこの銃を使いなさい。これならば足がつくことはない。いいね。
副総監、
ん？
It would just take one shot.
君。
もうこれ以上あなたの指示には従いません。
Whoa! Really?
はい。
私にも極道として、いや、警察官としての信念がありますから。
Stop it! All y'all motherfuckers need to stop doing that. Just fucking throwing the head honcho fucking hat around. And then it turns out that those were blanks and rubber bullets. But they cut away. I'd vomit. I'd honestly vomit. just that would happen to me. That no good Munakata. Still the police HQ. Of course, now that they have complete control over the Tojo clan, the Ueno Seiwa, which were the biggest Yakuza clan next to them, have effectively been destroyed because Kiryu beat up everybody, and their leader was just popped in the head. They've won it all. And now they're going to use Kiryu's children as hostages so that they can get 100 billion yen. And that's going to be the reason they lose, probably. Moshi Moshi.
はるかか。
おじさん、浜崎さんが
浜崎。浜崎がどうした？
ついさっき亡くなっちゃった。病院で。お医者さんの話だと背中から銃で撃たれたことが原因だって。
いや、そうか。わかった。はるかも看病してくれてありがとうな。
いや、そんなことはいいよ。ねえ、おじさん。
ん？なんだ？
浜崎さんっておじさんのこと守って死んじゃったんだよね。
ああ、そうだ。あいつは俺を守ってくれたんだ。
私、あの浜崎っておじさんのこと勘違いしてた。
そうか。
浜崎さん、亡くなる少し前に私に話してくれたの。警察から登場会を守ってくれ。登場会は俺たちの生きた証だって言ってた。おじさんと冴島さんにもこのこと伝えてくれって。
わかった。ちゃんと伝えてくれてありがとうな。
うん。
それで浜崎の遺体は？
朝顔の方で一旦引き取ることにした。それでよかった？
ああ、それでいい。すまなかったな。いろいろ面倒かけて。
大丈夫。心配しないで。
もうすぐしたら沖縄に帰れると思う。俺が帰ったら供養してやるつもりだ。
うん。
それじゃあ。
Hey, it's all my money. Oh, it took like 8 hours to put it all in here.
冴島。
復讐ならせえへん。俺には警察の不正とかそんなんはどうでもええからな。
はるかから電話があった。さっき浜崎が息を引き取ったそうだ。
なんやと？
浜崎はな、沖縄で俺と安子さんを守ろうとした時傷を負ってたらしい。今朝まで懸命な治療をしていたが、最後は眠るように言ったそうだ。お前にはるかから伝言だ。浜崎は死の間際こう言ったらしい。警察から登場会を守ってくれと。登場会は俺たちの生きた証だとな。
兄弟。
40年も生きてやっと分かった。俺もあんたも自分に正直に生きてはならない人間なんだ。常に人から何かを託され、常に何かを守らなきゃならない。俺はこの数年そんな自分の運命に抗ってきた。だがもうそろそろ抗うのをやめようと思う。
飛龍。
やるしかねえんだよ、俺たちは。 いろんな人間の夢を叶えるためにな。
そうだ。俺らはまだやらなきゃならないことがあるんだ。
ボスザルは猿山にいてこそふさわしい。ここにいる全員まだやり残してることがあるんじゃないですかね。
何？
So we shall hold a Tenkaichi tournament on top of the tower. Or the correct plan, put the money on top of the tower, then beat everyone up and throw them off, and then we're done. How about we reach a point of no return and then talk to Akiyama or something when we're ready.
よし。じゃあそれまでは各自自由時間ってことで。
え？こういうのやめません？ちょっと古臭いし。
いいからいいから。こういうの大事なんだって。さあ手出して。
わかりましたよ。冴島さん？
軽い感じで話しちゃいましたけど、一歩間違えば普通に死ぬかもしれない賭けだ。覚悟はできてますね。じゃあ
Alright, so during the finale, you can switch between any of the 4 main characters at Noose Arena. Talk to the character you want to control, select appropriate command. The information has been added to the memo. And then there's a point of no return thing, so this effectively means that I can stock up on items, buy anything I need. Can I switch to... Let me switch to him. What I'm interested in is inventory shared? It is. Okay. So what I can do is I can go out and, like, stock up on shit and then do it. Like, I'm recording this. I am recording this after... Like, I'm recording this as a part of the current session. You can tell because it took me fucking 10 fucking years to just say what I just had to say there. But I wanted to do final thoughts and stuff and then end the session, and then next session I will stock up on the appropriate items and go in. My spoiler-free guide tells me that once I go into the point of no return, it's final bosses and a legion of cutscenes, and then we're done. And we may put next video maybe straight up. I'm gonna try and make next video the final video. It'll probably be like an hour at least. So final thoughts while I go and look around for stuff to do. Are there like, I want to go to like a store to stock up on stuff. But while I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the LP and just my general feelings on the game. And to be quite honest, I'm pretty high on it. I'm feeling pretty good about Yakuza 4. This is the first full-fledged Yakuza game I've played. I played like maybe a third of the first like story in Yakuza 5, and I don't remember much of the plot in it, thankfully. And Yakuza 5 is even more nuts because there's 5 playable characters in that from what summaries have told me. And I wanted to do 4 mainly because I wanted to do one of the more recent ones because of dated gameplay, and also because it's very hard for me to record PS2 footage nowadays. So it's not as reasonable or convenient for me to do the other ones, because I know there were comments in the beginning of the LP wishing I had done the earlier games, but that's why that's there. 4 was still available digitally here on the PlayStation 3, so, and because that has the Reminisce, I decided to do that one. I really enjoy it. I hope people have enjoyed it as well. It is a lot to get into at first, though. Well, he doesn't sell things there anymore. Alright, but, now, what was I saying? Like, I hope people enjoyed this. Oh, that's it. The game has... This game is very hard to tackle at first. Mainly because there's just so much that you have to memorize. Like, you need to memorize, like, the various factions and characters and their relations to each other. And then they say a lot of names, and then you're like, oh, who's that person, and who's this? And it's very hard to try and keep track of that stuff. And I've done my best to try and keep a handle on that, and you know, it gets easier as you play to understand, like, oh, this is the relation of this and this and this. It becomes more difficult, you know, when you're jumping into the series for the first time, but I think it worked out reasonably well. Again, I record this stuff in bulk, so I can't really get your guys' opinion, or I'm not able to poll you guys as easily when it comes to this, but you know, but to give my thoughts on the game in general, I think it's really good. The story is interesting. It's full of twists that you don't expect, and fun, hilarious moments. The gameplay I feel is good, but there are parts of it that I do not like. And mainly to do with the combat. I just feel like some of the bosses in this are just a little bit too annoying. I don't think the combat system is as enjoyable as I would like it to be, because there's just plenty of moments where I feel like the quick time events are way too strict, and basically shit like that just ends up becoming more annoying than anything else. It's not like a break it kind of thing. It just means that I have to grind out some of these fights a little bit more. And even if I'm doing really terribly at it, I can just die twice and then be put on an easier difficulty, and then I'll have somewhat of an okay time, but it's still pretty rough. Again, a lot of that can be alleviated if I, you know, grind it out more, and, you know, allocated skills, which I need to allocate skills on this guy. But there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff like that that I need to, you know. Basically, it's just, what's the best way to say it? It's just, I think the combat's like bad at points. I think the bosses in this game are just a little bit too hard. I lose my train of thought with it because I'm trying to be thoughtful with it, but then it's just to be blunt, I think some of the bosses are just a little too artificially difficult, with them having just an amazing block stamina that I don't have, where they can just block at any time during my combos and I can't block at any time during theirs, and you know, stuff like that, where it feels like it takes forever to finally like break through their guard so I can finish a combo, so I can do like a heat move or something like that. And it's just so obnoxious. And it just really just is pretty annoying. I want to see if there's anything good in here weapon-wise. To be honest, like, I went in here thinking, like, maybe I'd buy a weapon, and then I immediately went, nah, I'll just pick up whatever is in the field, because then if I buy a weapon, won't it just, like, not... Wouldn't I just not have it? Like, all weapons, like, break after 10 hits, so in hindsight, yeah, there's probably no need for that. But, that's the only issue I have with the game, to be honest. Like, the only glaring issue is the boss battles are just way too fucking annoying. Like, they started out, like, somewhat reasonable, but I think it started with, like, Saito, when I fought him, where it's like, alright, these guys are just tearing me up, and I feel like I just can't get in on any of these enemies. Like, I keep desperately trying to beat on them over and over again, and they're just blocking everything, they're evading all of my moves, and it doesn't feel fair. At least to me, and it just comes off really annoying, you know? Like I'm not asking for every enemy to roll over, because that's not what I'm, you know, that's not what I want. By the way, this guy's fucking, he's not rolling over. But you get to these points where I would just constantly be getting hit, and then finally I'm like, alright, I'm breaking away. I'm gonna go for a punch, block, punch, block, punch, block. Okay, I got a hit. Alright, 2 punches in, they're blocking it. And it's like, what do I do? You know? And then you know, those above standard enemies are like, okay, we can't be grabbed. And I'm like, at that point, it's like, the main damage dealing is through those heat moves, and they make it even harder to be able to earn those. And almost to the point where they make it hard to just do anything. Make it hard to, like, get anything done. 'Cause you're constantly, like, you're constantly being stopped from being allowed to do proper damage. So in the end, it's like, you beat the boss because you hit him with 2 standard punches forever. And I don't think it's implemented properly. I think it's not that great. But again, this is Yakuza 4. Yakuza 6 is being released later this year in Japan. So clearly, you know, it's a series that has improved with time. And, you know, they haven't just had 2 games since then. They've had Yakuza 5, they've had 0, they've had Kiwami, which is a remake of the first game. So they've had plenty of games to refine the combat system. But again, as it stands right now, I just wasn't a fan of some of the bosses. They just felt a little bit too damage spongy. But even more than that, just felt like... I just felt like I couldn't get standard hits in, like, most of the time, you know? In other games, you don't have to worry about the enemy blocking 90% of your attacks. I think that's just my main problem with it. But I felt like I would harp on the one thing that I don't like, so I can go on the rest, and just to... Mainly, you know, when I do final thoughts, I tend to talk about the stuff that I don't like, and then, you know, then praise the game for the stuff I do like for a much shorter amount of time, but that's just kind of how that shit pans out. Overall, I think the game's good. Yakuza's a great series that I'm going to continue to play here on the channel and other Let's Plays, so long as it turns out that this LP did good enough. And to explain what I mean, it's like so long as we get more than 100 views on the fucking videos, I'm perfectly fine with it, you know? Because it's like, if it ends up being like this pathetic thing where it's like, oh, 100 views, and then I never get a comment on any of the videos, then I typically go, well, maybe this isn't something that I need to really focus on the channel. Because maybe those people like it, but not enough people are actually even talking to me about the LP, or discussing it, or even just looking at it, you know? There needs to be enough of that. It may come off as, like, mean or anything, but it's like, is it worth my time to do, you know? Because these LPs take a lot of work, so... It just comes down to this thing of, like, I don't want to come off of those other people on YouTube who are, like, fucking... I was trying to think about it. There's this one... These people on YouTube, like, the super popular walkthrough guys who are like, make sure this gets enough likes, and if we get enough likes, I'll do more than one part of it. And I'm like, fucking, what a fucking asshole. The like those rad Brad types that are like, hey, I'm just gonna do, here's my gameplay of this game. If we get like 50,000 likes, maybe we'll do something. For me, it's more like, if there's evidence that people are actually watching the videos, I'll do more of it. That's kind of my thing. And my thing is, like, I'm gonna finish what I start unless the game's ass, and then I'm like, no. But, like, I'm gonna finish what I start typically. I'm on, like, a 90-10 split on that shit. So it's like, I finish what I start, and then, you know, when it comes to doing future games, you know, you gotta look at what people on my channel enjoy. And if people like this, then that's good. Can't really have a good judge of that, because there's only, like, 2 fucking videos out so far of Yakuza, but so far it seems to be alright. We got, like, 11 comments on the first proper video, which is episode 1, so I just thought I'd talk about getting into the mind of me a little bit there, but to cap off, I think Yakuza 4 is great. The story is great, the multiple different characters are fun. They are distinct and different. The music is fun. All the mini games are good. Sorry to those who were expecting me to do a lot of sub-story stuff. If you did, you must be new to my channel, because I never do that shit to begin with. But hey, it's fine. I may do more sub-story stuff in future Yakuza games, because they end up improving them, from what I can tell, in terms of like being visible. But as this was more of a filler project, I kind of wanted to do a beeline of progress and stuff. But that's for another time. That's gonna do it. Next video I'm gonna make is the final video. We're gonna like finish this game off once and for all with the final episode. Which, how many episodes are we at? I could check while I'm doing this, but yeah, it's been a decently long road. I don't know if this is gonna be 30 episodes or not, but know that I have enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys have as well. It's been fun to do something that isn't necessarily a JRPG, but it's still something in my wheelhouse of like these Japanese style, like heavily Japanese style games. If fucking Sony Vegas could fucking, you know, load sometime this fucking millennium. Alright, how much do I have edited from this? Okay, so... so we would be ending on like episode 27. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. That's cool. I don't know why I'm so like casual for this fucking video here, but you know, you can tell I'm tired. Like, I decided to record this after doing some editing, but I'm like, I really want to see how they set this up, and it's cool. Alright, next time, we'll be doing the finale of Yakuza 4. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the end.